Hello folks and welcome to the live stream today. I'm extremely excited to welcome you all to Minnesota's first ever platinum ticket DUPR Waterfall tournament, brought to you by Hot Dish Pickleball. Today we're streaming live from the beautiful Luckyshots Pickleball Club facility here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. On the docket today we have 16 teams competing in the 425 plus doubles division, competing today for a platinum ticket to DUPR Nationals. My name is Tang Vang and I'm your stream host. Before we go any further, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making today's event possible. First and foremost, we have Hot Dish Pickleball. Hot Dish Pickleball is our tournament organizer / host for today's event. So special shout out to Mike Sullivan over at Hot Dish Pickleball for giving us the opportunity to live stream today's event for all of you guys today. Next up we have Luckyshots Pickleball Club. Luckyshots Pickleball Club is a beautiful facility located in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you live in the Twin Cities or plan on visiting, whether you're looking for open play, competitive play, Luckyshots Pickleball Club is the perfect place to get your pickle on. Next, we have another local sponsor, Michael Lynn's Tennis Shop. Michael Lynn's has been a fixture of the Twin Cities racket sport community for over 30 years. With amazing customer service and a fantastic paddle demo program, they are the go-to place for all things pickleball and tennis. Michael Lynn's will be sponsoring our second place prize today. Up next, we have another local sponsor of ours, Pick Ninja Sports. Pick Ninja has only been around for a few years, but has already made a huge impact on the local community. Not only do they offer amazing products, they're all about building community. You can feel good knowing that each purchase of a Pick Ninja paddle supports community and youth pickleball programming. Pick Ninja has applied a few items for giveaways during each event today. Next up we have Pickle Play. Pickle Play is a free app that's all about connecting the pickleball community. Download the app today to find players in your area, discover new courts, find pickleball events, and much more. Pickle Play has supplied a few items for giveaways during each event today. Next up, we have Pickleball Coffee Company. Pickleball Coffee Company was founded with a passion for both pickleball and coffee. Whether you're a beginner, avid player, or a seasoned pro, Pickleball Coffee has the perfect roast for you. Their air-roasted beans provide the perfect cup every time. Pickleball Coffee Company has supplied free samples and a few bags of coffee to give away during each event today. Last but not least, we have UFOs, footwear with recovery in mind. With their proprietary UFOM technology, it absorbs up to 37% more impact to provide a perfect blend of cushion and stability. UFOs will be sponsoring our first place prize today. Alright, so for those of you who are unaware of how a DUPR Waterfall format works, DUPR likes to advertise it as 4 games in 4 hours. So there will be 16 teams competing in 4 different rounds. Each round you'll play a team with the identical record as yourself. Meaning, if you win in the first round, you'll play another team that also won in the first round. And then in the second round, let's say you lost in the second round, you'll play a team who won in the first round and lost in the second round, and so on and so forth. The team that finishes with 4 wins will be the champion of today's event and earn themselves that platinum ticket to DUPR Nationals later this year. For our prizes for today's event, in first place, they will earn themselves 2 gold medals, $200 cash, 2 $100 off coupons at UFOs, and that platinum ticket to DUPR Nationals. For second place, silver medals and 2 $50 gift certificates to our local Michael Lynn's Tennis Shop. And in third place, 2 bronze medals and 2 Luckyshots t-shirts. Let's take a quick look at our field of players today. So at the top, we have Andrew Zalewski and Blake Rabens with the highest average DUPR rating today. So probably the favorites to take today's event, but anything can happen. The players meeting will be starting shortly here, so we'll reconnect back with you guys when that starts. We've got the players meeting kicking off now. All right, and there you have it. Eric Greppy wins the first prize for the giveaway. So up first on center court, we're going to have Jack Schugo and Ryan Rypka playing against Stephen Will and Tyler Abens. It looks like Steve and Tyler has an extensive history of tennis, so they should have some Good technique coming from the tennis background. All 4 players looks to be out of Minnesota. Steve and Tyler both out of Apple Valley and Victoria, Minnesota, respectively. Once the players get out on the court, we will join you guys on the stream again. All right, so on the right side of the court, we have Ryan Rypka and Jack Schugo. In the red, we have Tyler Abens and Steven Will. With the blue hat, that's going to be Steven and his partner across him, Tyler. On the right side, on the far side, we have Ryan Rypka, and on the near side, we have Jack Schugel. So both Steven and Tyler have a little bit of tennis background. Steven's been playing tennis for about 15 years, and Tyler's been playing since high school. Steven looks like he's playing with a Carbon, and Tyler playing with a Yola. While over on the other side, we have Ryan playing with a Yola. And it looks like Jack is playing with a Paddle Tech. It does look like we have on the side of Tyler and Steven. Tyler is a right-handed player and Steven is a left-handed player. So let's see if they stack when they play to try to keep those forehands in the middle. Whereas on the other side, Jack and Ryan, we have both two right-handed players. And just some fun facts about the players. Steven actually second place finisher in the 3.5 mixed doubles indoor PPA in 2022. So pretty accomplishing feat there, placing second in a PPA event. Those events always have some of the best competitions. So players just warming up here. Oh, Rich, thank you for that. I totally forgot to switch the camera over. Thanks for pointing that out. So again, on the near side here in the red, we have Tyler Abins, and on the far side, hitting to his partner, we have Steven Will. Steven being the left-handed player, Tyler the right-handed player.
I'm good, yeah.
Since we weren't showing the court earlier, on the near side here, we have Ryan, and on the far side, his partner, Jack. Ryan playing with the Yola, and Jack playing with the paddle tag. And it looks like the players are ready to play now, so they will be getting into their respective positions as we get the match kicked off. Players just discussing side and serve. It looks like we're gonna have Tyler and Steven serving first. Yep, and in case you guys are unaware, the matches are best out of 3, games to 11, win by 2. And here we go. We have Steven serving. That volley just a little bit wide from Steven there. So that's going to be a side out over to Jack and Ryan. 0-0-1. Decent drop there from Ryan, trying to follow up with the higher return. Just unable to get the volley back over. And a nice speed up there from Ryan, just catching Tyler off guard on that one. Great defense on the side of Tyler and Jack and Ryan, sorry. Looks like they were unable to score on that one, so we're going to have a side out over to Steven and Tyler. Nice third shot drive into the drop there. And it looks like that volley goes out wide, so that's going to be a point over to Steven and Tyler. And indeed, does look like they are stacking, keeping those forehands in the middle. Nice drive there from Steven. He hits the net court twice to get them up to the kitchen. And a missed dink from Ryan there. So that's going to be another point over to Steven Tyler. And just a good finish there from Steven after a solid third shot drive from Tyler, setting him up for that smash. Great defense there from Steven and Tyler. They're just unable to get to the kitchen. So that's going to be a second server with Tyler serving now. Oh, wow. That reset drop from Tyler just touches the line and earns him a point there. Good hands from Jack there. Able to earn themselves a side out. Things are heating up. Ryan taking off his shirt. Oh, and that return just a little bit deep from Steven. Well, that's going to be a point over to Jack and Ryan. We got 2-4-1 Jack serving. Nice drop there from Ryan. And that's going to be the point. So we are at 3-4-1. Good attacks from the side of Steven and Tyler. Jack just unable to get that volley back over. So that's going to be second server now for Jack and Ryan. Nice finish from Steve there. Sends the ball right past us in the booth. So that's going to be a side out. Steve serving at 4-3-1. Doesn't quite get that third shot over, so that's gonna be second server. Oh, and looks like some miscommunication there in the middle, so that's gonna be a side out. Back over to Jack and Ryan. Steve and Tyler just trying to keep them back. Steve takes advantage of the high ball and puts it away, so that's going to be second server over to Jack and Ryan now, with Ryan serving. Ooh. Looks like that return was just long, so that's going to be a point over to Jack and Ryan. We are now tied at 4-4-2. And a missed volley there from Steve, so that's gonna give them the lead for the first time in this game at 5-4-2. And that served just a little bit deep there, so that's gonna be a side out back over to Steve and Tyler. Good hands from Jack there. Going to force second server. Oh, and great eyes from Jack there to let that one go. So that's going to earn them a point. We're at 6-4-1. Missed dink there from Tyler, so that's going to be another point over to Jack and Ryan. That one a little too high. And that one just a little bit wide from Ryan, so that's going to be a side out back over to the side of Steve and Tyler. Strategizing over there, trying to identify patterns and trying to figure out what's working and what's not. He goes with the lob serve, so maybe that's what they were discussing over there. Trying to perhaps slow the third shot down from the side of Jack and Ryan, but doesn't work out in their favor, and it's going to be second server. That one is in. Oh, and a great lob from Tyler there to set Steven up with the smash, and that's going to be a point over to Steven Tyler. That is in, folks. Great hands all around. Jack just unable to get that volley back over, so that's going to be another point. Closing the gap, we're at 6-7-2. Oh, and a great shot from Jack there. Just kissing the line, and Steven unable to return that. So it's going to be a side out, and we are at 7-6-1 with Jack serving. Great defense from the side of Jack and Ryan. Getting themselves up to the kitchen line, and oh, Steven tries to speed that up and hits it straight into the net. So that's going to be a point over to Jack and Ryan. 8-6-1. Yup. And that dink to Tyler's backhand forces him to pop it up, and great job from Jack to just capitalize on that. Oh, and it looks like Ryan calls that one out, so that's going to be match over to Jack and Ryan for the first game. Again, this is best out of 3, so Steve and Tyler still have a chance to bring it back. just on a small intermission here between game 1 and game 2. We have Steven Tyler just strategizing about what happened in the previous game and perhaps how they can change things up to get the W in the second game here, as every single game, every match you play here is basically your tournament life. If you lose a game, you're automatically out for the platinum ticket. So every match counts. So here we go. Starting off, we have Ryan serving. Good shot from Tyler there. So that's going to be a side out, and we have Steve serving at 0-0-1. Tyler with the quick hands earns them a point there. Wow, great shot down the line from Tyler there. It's going to be another point over to Steven Tyler, 2-0-1. And that third shot drive dives a little bit too quickly into the net, and that's going to be second server over to Tyler. Nice drop there from Steve. Oh, and Tyler wanted that one, but volleys it just a little bit deep, and that's going to be a side out. Back over to Ryan serving. Nice drop there from Ryan, and good spot from Tyler to put it over to his sideline. Just catches him off balance and sets up Steve for the finish on that rally. So we are now at 0-2 with Jack serving. And that third shot drop goes into the net, so that'll be a quick side out back over to Steven Tyler with Steve serving. Wow, beautiful drop from Tyler there over to the backhand side of Jack. Oh, but it looks like that ball was caught out, so that's going to be second server with Tyler serving. Nice third shot drive. And a dink into the net from Ryan. So that's going to be a point over to Steven Tyler. We are at 3-0-2. Oh, good spot from Jack there to Steven's backhand side. And that's going to be a side out. And a good setup there from Steven with that cross-court dink forcing the pop-up from Ryan. Great angle from Steven there. And it looks like there's some confusion on that call, but it looks like it's going to side out. So we're back over to Steven and Tyler. And that one just a little bit wide going down the line again. Good speed up there from Ryan, forces the error from Tyler. So that's going to be a side out back over to Jack and Ryan with Ryan serving at 0-3-1. And a finish from Jack there. So that's going to give them their first point of the game. And we are at 1-3-2 with Ryan serving. Oh, good drop from Jack there. Tyler speeds it up, but looks like Ryan just unable to return that speed up. Oh, wow. Nice lob from Tyler there. Nice speed up there from Steven, winning them another point, so we are at 7-1-2. Ryan just trying to keep them both back, and that one goes out, so it's going to be a side out back over to Jack and Ryan. 1-7-1. Let's see what they can do, if they can close this gap. It looks like whatever Steve and Tyler talked about during the break has been working, as they're off to a good start in this one. But as we all know, pickleball is a game of momentum, so if Jack and Ryan can somehow stop their momentum, this game can go either way. And I guess that lob from Tyler is in, so that's going to be another point over to Steven Tyler. And that lob is wide, so that's going to be second server now. Wait. Sorry, I guess it is 1-7-1. A nice speed up there from Ryan. Steven not quite ready for that one, so that's going to be a point over to Jack and Ryan. They are slowly closing this gap, now at 4-7-2. Oh, and Steven wants that one back, just reaching a little bit there. So another point over to Jack and Ryan. We're at 5-7-2. So we're seeing some unforced errors from Jack and Ryan here. They may want to call a timeout soon here. And there we go. They've got the stop, so the ball's back over to them. Let's see if they can open up the gap here. There we go. Unforced error from Tyler there. Or sorry, Jack. So we are at 8-6-1. And that thing doesn't quite make it over, so we are going to be at second server with Steve serving. Third shot error there, so we are at second server, 6-8-2 with Jackson. Oh, great lob from Jack there. Steven gets fancy with the Roger Federer backhand smash, but doesn't make it over, so that's going to be a point over to Jack and Ryan. Great defense from Ryan. That one just a little bit deep, so that's going to be a side out over to Steven Tyler. Steven serving. Wow. Nice shot. So starting to open up that gap. Let's see if they can run it all the way until the end. That serve just barely skims over the tape. Tyler serving at 9-7-2. Wow. Great setup from Jack there, and Ryan with the finish, so that's going to be a side out. Back over to Jack and Ryan, 7-9. Close game we have here, folks. Ryan all over that one. And that return just a little deep there, so we are now tied at 9-9-1. Great chemistry on the side of Jack and Ryan there. Jack just ready to back his partner up on that one. So that's going to bring them over to 10-9-1 now. This is game point potentially. And a great shot from Tyler there. Not ready to say goodbye yet. Again, this is for their tournament life, basically. So if they lose this point, they're out of the running for that platinum ticket. Speed up from Ryan there. And that ball is out. So game's over to Jack and Ryan, 11-6, 11-9. They will move on with a W in that first round for them. Steven and Tyler with the L in that first round. Great games overall to all four players, though.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself physically every single day. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. There's nothing like them.
All right, folks, so we have gone through all the matches in the first round, and here are the standings after the first round. All right, so up next on center court, we are going to have Ryan Rypka and Jack Schugel from our first game against Patrick Schmitz and Brian Hoogerwerf. On the court, we just have Ryan and Jack warming up for their next game, as they've been sitting for quite a while after that first game. So just warming up the muscles to prep for the next match here against Patrick and Brian, who just finished their match. All right, so just entering the court in the gray Nike shirt, we have Brian Hoogerwerf and his partner Patrick in the red hat. Brian is out of Arlington, Virginia. Played a lot of club racquetball and ping pong in college, along with some tennis in high school. He's formerly a 4-5 rated tennis player. He plays with the Ben Johns Yola Hyperion. This is actually Brian's first tournament. So far he's off to a good start, winning in that first round. A little bit about his partner Patrick. Patrick is out of Nisswa, Minnesota, and started playing pickleball in 2017. Main sports he's played growing up was baseball and tennis. Patrick plays with a carbon paddle, and it looks like both Brian and Patrick are both right-handed players, so probably won't be seeing any stacking occurring unless there's a really dominant player who likes to play on that left side. As you can see, we have Ryan and Jack still warming up. Patrick and Brian just got out of a close nail-biter 3-game match, so they're pretty much warm and just waiting for their opponents to get ready here. All right, it does look like Jack and Ryan are about ready to go. Just putting away some last things, and they should be ready in a moment here. Again, for the folks who missed it, that's Patrick on the right and Brian on the left. And in case you missed the first game, the player with the red shirt, that is Ryan, and his partner in the Under Armour shirt is Jack. Jack and Ryan played on center court in the last round and took the win over Tyler Abens and Stephen Wills in a 11-6, 11-9 match. Looks like they're just discussing serve. Who's serving first and who wants what side. So it does look like Patrick and Brian will be serving first for us today. And here we go. We are underway at 0-0-2 with Patrick serving. And a nice shot there, and that's going to be a side out. Nice finish there from Ryan. Great job from Jack there, forcing the pop-up from Patrick and then following up with the finish. So it's going to be 2-0-2 with Jack serving now. And that drop doesn't quite make it over from Jack, so that's going to be a side out over to Patrick and Brian. And we have Patrick serving. Oh, and you see Jack just holding that posture for a second and flicks it into the net. So that's going to be a point over to Patrick and Brian. Nice drive from Patrick there. Oh, and great eyes from Jack there to see that that ball was clearly sailing out of bounds. So that's going to be second server with Brian serving. Looks like there was a ball interference from the other court, so we will have a reserve. Brian serving at 1-2-2. And a nice speed up there from Ryan, actually just concealing it and then flicking at the last second, catching Patrick off guard there. Oh, great get from Ryan there. And that one goes a little bit wide from Jack. So that's going to be second server now. 2-1-2. Jack serving. That one's going to go a little wide. And so we're back to Patrick and Brian there. Nice little flick from Patrick there, seeing Ryan off the line quite a bit and just flicking it over to him. That return going a little deep, so that's going to be a point over to Patrick and Brian. We are now tied at 2-2-1. Brian serving. And a nice speed up from Brian there to bring him to second server. That dink goes into the net, so that's going to be a side out back over to Patrick and Brian. We are at 3-4-1 with Brian serving. Unable to get a drop into the kitchen, and so the error into the net is going to bring us the second server. Nice third shot drive from Patrick, just unable to follow up on it. It's going to be a side out. Back over to Ryan and Jack. Ryan serving. Oh, and great speed up from Ryan there. Great drop and set up from Jack. And Ryan able to just capitalize on the pop-up from Patrick. Nice location from Patrick there. That one gonna go a little bit wide. So that's gonna be second server, Jack serving. Wow, and just when they make it to the kitchen and force the opponents back, an error on a deep ball, and that's going to force the side out. We're back over to Patrick and Brian. Brian and Jack not trying to make it easy to get up to the kitchen, but unfortunately going to cost them a point on that one, trying to hit that ball aggressively. Looks like there was some confusion on whether that ball was out, and looks like Patrick's going to call that one out. So that's going to be a point over to Brian and Patrick. We are now tied at 5-5-1. Nice shot from Patrick there. Patrick and Brian take the lead in this match. 6-5-1. And that one just out. So that's going to be second server now. Patrick serving. Nice location from Jack there. The speed up from Patrick pays off. They're going to force an error there from Jack, and it's going to be 7-5-2, sorry. Oh, Patrick got what he wanted there with the third shot drive. Just unable to follow up on that one, so that's going to be a side out. We have Jack serving now. And a drop error there from Ryan, and that's going to bring them to second server. Nice reset there from Jack. They do find their way up. Oh, and Ryan just unable to get that dink over, and that's going to be a side out. Great location though, hitting to Ryan's backhand side there. He just wasn't in position for that dink. Ryan again with the third shot drive into the fifth shot drop, just unable to hit that fifth shot drop, so that's going to be second server now. Patrick serving. So as far as patterns that I'm seeing here, it definitely looks like Patrick is going to be driving third shots and potentially fifth shots if the ball is high enough. And wow, did that one touch? Looks like they called that one out, so that's going to be a side out over to Jack and Ryan. Jack serving. Yeah, and just not making those third shots count. So you're going to be at 5-8-2 with Ryan serving now. Ryan with extremely good hands. If you guys haven't noticed yet, Ryan loves to get to the net, and it seems like just play the fast hand game. Oh, that return going to be a little deep from Patrick. So just like that, Jack and Ryan closing the gap, 7-8-2. And another third shot error there. So that's going to be a side out. Back over to Patrick and Brian. There's the third shot drive that we expect from Patrick. And yep, the pop-ups. And we are at 9-7-1, Patrick serving. Great shot from Brian there. 10-7-1. Maybe think about a timeout. We are at match point 1 here for Patrick and Brian. And that third shot drive forces the error from Ryan, and they are going to take the first game. So again, matches are best out of 3, so Ryan and Jack do still have an opportunity to come back in this one. So let's see what Jack and Ryan can do differently in this game against their opponents, Patrick and Brian. Looks like Patrick is really liking the third shot drive into the fifth shot drop. And if that ball is high enough, potentially another fifth shot drive. Ryan seems to be the one with the faster hands. He likes to get up to the kitchen and initiate those hand battles. Jack like to hang back a little bit more at the baseline. So let's see how things go here. An early error, and that is going to be quick side out there. That ball is just going to be just out. So that's going to be a point over to Patrick and Brian. Great hand battle there from both sides there. It's going to be a side out now. Over to Jack and Ryan. That one's going to go a little deep, so that's going to be a side out. Back over to Patrick and Brian. We are at 1-0-1. Brian serving. Patrick, good third shot drop there. The speed up works there, forces the error from Brian. So that will be another point over to Patrick and Brian. That serve, a little wide. So we are at second server, Patrick serving. Oh, and a nasty shot from Brian there. Down the line on Ryan. Ryan just unable to reach it. David, the stats are not updated live on DUPR, so unfortunately there's no way to see the results and standings live, I don't think. We do have a scoreboard of the current standings as far as wins and losses go, and we can show that on screen during the break. Great shot from Jack there. Down the line, just catching Brian off guard a little bit there. We are all tied up on this one with Ryan serving here at 4-4-1. Wow. That's the first time I've seen that. That's great teamwork right there. And it pays off. Jack with the error there. That's going to be second server. So unable to get the third shot drop in, and that's going to be a side out. Got Patrick serving. And a nice speed up from Ryan there, not letting them into the kitchen. 4-4-2, Ryan serving. Oh, and an excellent rally from all four players there, but Jack and Ryan gonna get the better half of that one, so we are at 4-4-1. Ryan looking for that open spot there, just doesn't quite get it, so gonna be second serve now with Jack serving. Tough spot there for Jack. Goes to the lob. Unable to keep it in, so that's going to be a side out. Patrick serving at 4-4-1. Yup. Forced to pop up from Ryan, and Ryan able to just finish that off. Excellent hands all around there. We are at 5-4-2 with Brian serving. Great shot from Patrick there. We can see that Ryan really wants to initiate these hand battles. It looks like he's trying to speed up every single one that comes at him.
Yeah, I gotta tell him.
That one just a little bit deep. You can see Ryan trying to take over a little bit more, stepping over that mid line a little bit in that last rally. And a third shot error there, and it looks like Ryan and Jack are going to call a timeout after that one. So we are at 8-4-2. Ryan and Patrick in the lead.
Shoot out the choke.
All right, so players are getting back on the court here. We are at 8-4-2 with Brian serving. Let's see if Ryan and Jack have come up with anything to change the pace of this game for them. And it looks like that timeout pays off as they're able to get a side out there. So they're at 4-8-1, and they're going to need to close this gap if they want to stay in this game. Oh, and that one just a little bit wide. Jack is going to want that one back. Nice little drop shot there from Brian. And Ryan just unable to get to that one. So that one's going to be a side out. And we have Patrick serving now. Ryan with the unforced error into the net. So Patrick and Brian growing their lead now to 9-4-1. Again, tournament life is always on the line. So as soon as you get a loss, you are out of the running for that first place finish. And that one just a little bit too high from Jack there, and Patrick swiftly puts that one away. We are at match point for Patrick and Brian here at 10-4-1. Good job from Patrick there. They're able to get into the kitchen, so not looking good for Jack and Ryan. Wait, did I get the score wrong? Oh, sorry. Now it's 10-4-2. And that is game there. So off the paddle of Ryan and into the net. And Patrick and Brian are going to secure themselves that W in the second round. They are now with 2 wins. With 2 rounds left to go, so still in the running for that platinum ticket. So up next on center court, we have Jake Bendixson and Micah Fagerstrom versus Blake Rabens and Andrew Zalewski. This should be a really good matchup. Blake and Andrew is the team with the highest average DUPR rating in today's event, so they should be the favorites to take the entire thing, but that's not if Jake and Micah have something to say about it. Both of these teams are coming off with 2 wins in the first and second round, so this third game should be quite a good one.
Alright, lads. I think I'm out of here. I'm gonna go watch some basketball.
All right, so introduction to the players there. The 2 players in the black, that's going to be Jake and Micah. Micah with the reddish hair there and glasses. Actually, they both wear glasses. So Jake in the red shorts. On the other side, we have Andrew and Blake. Andrew is going to be the one in the blue, and Blake the one in all black. Looks like players are just discussing side and serve. So it looks like Blake and Andrew are going to take first serve, and Micah and Jake are going to take side. And there we go, waving to the camera. Blake going to start us off here. So jumping right into the match quickly here. We got Blake starting us off at 0-0-2, and they are going to get a quick point there. And the game heating up quickly. So we are going to have a side out there. Micah going to be serving. Oh, sorry. A little glitch on the screen there. Let's get this sorted. And that drive from Micah catches Blake off there, reaching a little too far, and he volleys that into the net. So they are going to take the lead here in this matchup at 2-1-1 with Micah serving. Jake with the poach there smashes it right at the feet, and that's going to be another point there for Jake and Micah. And that return a little deep, so already off to a hot start for Jake and Micah. And just a correction on the score there, it is 5-1-1. Let's see if Blake and Andrew can find a way to slow these 2 guys down. They are coming in hot and scoring quickly. And another error there. Maybe a timeout might be a good call right now. And a nice 1-2 finish there from Andrew there. We are going to be set at second server, Jake serving. Micah unable to return that ball, so that's going to be a side out over to Blake and Andrew now. Andrew serving. So Andrew's the one in the blue with the bandana, and Blake the one in all black. A little error there from Blake, so that's going to be second server now. And it looks like that ball off of Andrew's paddle goes deep, so that's going to be a side out. 7-1-1 in favor of Jake and Micah. Strong drive there from Jake, forces the ball to be returned deep, and that's going to be another point over to Jake and Micah. And Jake wanted that backhand spot there from Andrew, but not quite getting it, so that's going to be second server. Micah serving. Micah and Jake playing very fast. Just attacking the ball with 1-2 combos off their drives. Wow, great defense there from Micah. Blake really hitting with some authority there. Really wanting to end that rally, but Micah says no the first time, but the second time he's unable to get it back. And a nice finish there from Jake. Nice hands there from Micah on the first one, but couldn't get that second one in, so that's going to be a point over to Blake and Andrew. Let's see if they can close this gap that Jake and Micah have created for themselves. Oh, and off the tape, and he leaps over that line, so he is safe on that one. No foot faults here. All right, and already 2 points off of this run. So we've got Blake serving here. Blake and Andrew roaring back in this one, closing the lead that Jake and Micah had real quickly. Another error there from the side of Jake and Micah. We are at 6-9-2 now. And a dink error there from Andrew. And that's going to be a side out over to Jake and Micah now. If I were them, this is where I would want to look to close out the match. Don't let your opponents get any closer with this lead. That one looks like it was probably just wide. Great shot there from Andrew, hitting that angle shot. Micah trying with all his might to reach for it, but the angle was just too good there. So we got a side out. The score is now 6-10-1 with Blake serving. Good eyes from Jake there. Sees that ball sailing deep and lets it go. So that's going to be second server now. Great hands from Micah there. So we got 10-6-1 match point for Jake and Micah. Let's see if they can close this one out. Doesn't look like it yet, but they've got a second chance here. Oh, looks like that serve was just long, so that's going to be a side out So 6-10-1. And that ball deep again. We're seeing a lot of unforced errors from Jake and Micah, allowing Blake and Andrew to catch up in this one. And there we go. That's another. That one flies right by the booth by us here. But that's going to be another point over to Blake and Andrew. They have closed this lead substantially. And let's see if they can keep this momentum going. Like we all know, pickleball is a game of momentum. So it looks like Blake and Andrew do have the momentum of the game right now. And a speed up from Jake there. Jake says, not today. So we are at second server. And that one just going to go a little bit wide. So that's going to be a side out. Andrew's going to be wanting that one back, especially if Jake and Micah end up closing the match out here. That one does kiss the line, so that's going to be a second serve now. And an error there from Jake, and so Blake and Andrew stays alive in this one. Just a nice controlled rally from the side of Micah and Jake there. And gonna force the second server now. 10-2. Andrew and Blake looking to at least tie this up. Not gonna happen on that turn, so we are at 10-8-1. Micah serving for the match, or the game. I'm not sure if that was a body tag or not, but that definitely went over. And it's going to be second server now with Jake serving. Micah and Jake need to find a way up to the kitchen, but it looks like they will take the unforced error there from Andrew and take game one, 11-8. Close game. Blake and Andrew were closing in quick on their lead, but just unable to finish it out at the end. Jake and Micah holding their composure in that one, despite their lead being diminished quickly, and hang on to it to close out the game, 11-8. So W's to Jake and Micah in this first one. Players are getting back on the court here. We've got Micah and Jake on the near side now, and Blake and Andrew on the far side. Andrew, the player in the blue on the far side, plays with the Pick Ninja Revenant. He's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Has experience with racquetball and ping pong. He started playing pickleball in 2019, so a little bit earlier than most players. Meanwhile, Blake, playing with the Selkirk 002 out of Plymouth, Minnesota, has tennis experience. Yeah. On the near side, we have Jake and Micah. Jake out of Maple Grove, Minnesota, playing with the Yola. And we are getting started here. So Micah starting us off. Jake with the poach, and it pays off. So that's going to be a quick point over to Jake and Micah. So off to a quick lead, 1-0-2. Micah serving. Wow, Jake almost pulls off that incredible shot, but it sails a little bit wide, so that's going to be a side out over to Blake and Andrew. And a dinking error there from Andrew, but great patience all around there from these players. That's going to be second server, Andrew serving. And they're on the board. Off of an error, off of Micah's third shot return. So the game's all tied up at 1-1-2. Andrew goes for the speed up, Blake goes for the speed up, but his partner Andrew not quite ready for that, with Micah returning that one at him. That return a little deep, so that's going to be point over to Jake and Micah. They are at 2-1-1 now. Oh, good speed up from Jake there pays off. They get themselves a point. And so again, creating a lead for themselves already. Got 4-1. Jake's probably whispering to his partner, drive it at Andrew. Oh, and that pop-up goes and into the ceiling. And that's going to be second server now for Jake and Micah. They're just checking the ball. Looks like there might be a crack on the ball after that hard hit from Blake there. Blake really smashing with authority, trying to end these rallies off of his smashes. And indeed, it did end the rally there. So we are at second server now with Micah serving. Volley error into the net. So it's going to be 5-1-2. Ooh. Micah wanted that one. He wanted that alley shot, but doesn't quite make it in. So it's going to be a side out over to Blake and Andrew now. Let's see if they can close this lead. And that ball just a little bit too high from Micah, and Andrew says, not today. Andrew sitting on the forehand there. Smacks it right down the middle between Jake and Micah for another point. That one might have been going out, but they made contact, so that's going to be second server. Oh, good hands all around. That's going to be another point over to Blake and Andrew. So, yeah, closing this lead that Jake and Micah created. Nice dink to the backhand side. Does he get it? It looks like that ball was in, so that's going to be a side out over back to Jake and Micah. Score is 5-4-1. Micah serving. Trying to get into the kitchen with those drops. that hit from Micah out, so that's going to be second server to Micah now. Oh, going for that shake and bake, but not quite getting it, so that's going to be a side out. Oh, wow. Micah sitting on his forehand all day there. So that's going to be second server. The power coming off of Blake's serve definitely has some juice to it, for sure. It does look like, you know, Blake likes to hit hard. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Micah. I see you. Nice redirect down the line. Gonna earn themselves that side out. Maybe with some momentum now, Jake and Micah may earn a few points here to open up their lead. And that one doesn't make it over. So another point over to Jake and Micah. Oh, good hit from Blake there. So we got Micah serving now at 7-4-2. Speaking of the lob, Cole, there goes one from Micah. Doesn't work out in their favor that time around, though. So it's going to be a side out over to Blake and Andrew now. And that one is going to be a little bit wide there from Andrew. And that's going to be a side out back over to Jake and Micah. So we got 7-4-1, Jake serving. Nice pickup from Jake there. And the speed up, and there goes a point. So scores 8-4-1. Micah and Jake in the lead. Blake and Andrew are going to have to change things up if they want to stay in this one. Oh, wow. Incredible gift from Jake there. Wow. Incredible. The fake get from Jake there. And Micah picks it up at the baseline, and they end up forcing the error from their opponent and giving themselves a point there. And a deep return. They are serving for the match here to move on to the championship game. So Blake and Andrew, hopefully no unforced errors here. And oh, caster curse. That's going to be the end of the game. Jake and Micah move on to the championship game. Wow. Blake definitely hitting with some authority, but just not enough to get them to a third match and to win the game. So Jake and Micah move on to the championship match. Well deserved, well deserved. They were getting incredible balls. Yeah. In my stream notes, Micah wanted me to mention, as far as details about him, that he did indeed beat me at the Ronald McDonald's Classic Charity Tournament over at the Pickle Barn last year. So I cannot deny that. Yep, Jake and Micah did beat me in that tournament. Yes, they do. Their gameplay, their game styles do complement each other well. I'm looking forward to hopefully playing them at the CT Summer Kickoff. We took them out last year at the CT Summer Kickoff, but I'm sure they're gonna want to be coming back for revenge. So, looking forward to that tournament. here are the standings of the event so far. Not all teams have finished their third round match, so they only have 2 games listed. But so far, at the very top, we have Jake Bendixson versus Jake Bendixson and Micah Fagerstrom in the top place. They will be playing in the championship court here in the next round. All right, folks, so we do have our championship court matchup now. In the championship court, we're going to have Jake Bendickson and Micah Fagerstrom versus Ruben Weber and Tucker Saxon. So Jake and Micah, you guys just saw in the last round, they will be playing against Ruben and Tucker. Ruben and Tucker are fairly new pickleball players starting in 2023. Ruben was a Division I tennis player playing at the University of Minnesota. Meanwhile, his partner Tucker Saxon also started in 2023, has experience playing tennis as well. How extensive, I don't know, but probably an extensive amount if they're playing at this level within their first year of pickleball. Ruben out of Golden Valley, Minnesota, and Tucker out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. So this next match should be a pretty good one. Both of these teams with 3 wins in the first 3 rounds. So the winner of this match will take home that platinum ticket along with $200 cash and 2 $100 off coupons to UFOs.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself physically every single day. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. There's nothing like them.
All right, folks, we have our matchup on championship court here. Again, we have Micah and Jake on the left side here versus Ruben and Tucker on the right. On the near side, on the right side, we have Ruben with the Nike hat and Tucker, his partner, across from him. So again, both of these players, tennis players, this is their first year of tennis, already playing at a high level, so this should be a good match. So again, the winner of this match will be the champion of this event and earn themselves that ticket to DUPR Nationals later this year in Texas. Looks like the players are just about ready here. Just determining which side they want or if they want to serve first. So it looks like Ruben and Tucker will be serving first. So again, if you missed it, Tucker is the one on the left in the black, and Ruben the one on the right with the white Nike hat backwards. So it looks like we'll have Micah serving first. All right, here we go, folks. Getting started, Micah serving. And a quick error there, and it's going to be a side out. Serve over to Ruben. Getting into the kitchen quite nicely from the side of Ruben and Tucker. And a miss speed up there from Micah, so that's going to be a point over to Ruben and Tucker. That return going to go a little bit long for Micah, so that's going to be another point over to Ruben and Tucker. Jake with the poach, but Ruben and Tucker hanging in there and hanging in there long enough to earn himself the point in that rally. So already off to a 3-0-1 start. These two guys are looking pretty hot. And a miss speed up there from Jake, so we're at 4-0-1. That serve just a little bit wide to the right, so we are going to be at second server. We now have Tucker serving. High third shot, but wow, Ruben gets that one. Tucker unable to reset, so that's going to be a side out. Back over to Jake and Micah. Let's see if they can close this gap a little bit. What a good shot from Micah there. Third shot drive down the line, and Tucker not quite ready for that one. So that's going to be a point over to Jake and Micah. That ball going to sail a little bit deep, so that's going to be second server over to Jake now. And a third shot error return from Ruben. And Micah and Jake closing the gap slowly but surely. Wow, that one just skims over the net, but we have a ball interference, so this is going to be a replay. That's going to be a side out. So we have Ruben serving at 4-2-1. Nice drop there from Tucker. And they are into the kitchen. Unable to get that drop in, so it's going to be a side out. We're back over to Micah serving now. High deep serve, but unfortunately doesn't make it in, so that's going to be second server Jake Bendixson serving now. And Jake drives that one into the net. So a quick side out for the side of Jake and Micah, and we have Ruben now serving at 4-2-1. Wow, nice drop from Tucker there. Micah unable to get that one over, so that's going to be a point over to Ruben and Tucker now. Very nice speed up from Jake there. Nice drop from Tucker there. That one a little high, so they can't get in quite yet. Tucker and these drops. Tucker's doing a great job dropping these balls in. Oh, and Micah goes for a little bit too much angle there. And that's going to be a point over to Ruben and Tucker. Really great balls from Ruben and Tucker, trying to just reset that ball in. Forcing the error from Micah there on the last rally. Wow, in the middle, a little bit of confusion there, and they get it. So 7-2 lead now, opening it up. Let's see if Micah and Jake can stop the bleeding, but that does not look like it's going to be the case so far. Maybe a timeout, perhaps. And that return was deep, and you can see a little frustration from Jake there on that one as the lead jumps up to 9-2-2. And there we go. We've got to stop, so Jake and Micah now have the serve after that third shot drop error from Ruben. Oh, Michael, a little out of balance on that third shot drop, unable to get it over. So we will be at 2-9-2 with Jake serving. Third shot drive error from Ruben. Gonna give Jake and Micah a point, so we are at 3-9-2. Fast hands from all four players there, but unfortunately, Tucker gets the better hand on Jake there, so that's going to be a side out with Tucker serving. Another third shot error from Ruben there, so we're going to be at 9-3-2. Nice drop there from Tucker, and Micah just unable to get that one over, going for the backhand side of Tucker, the forehand side, sorry. So we're at 10-3, 2. Let's see if Ruben and Tucker can close this first match out, and Jake says no, hitting it over to Tucker's backhand side there. An easy point there for Jake and Micah, 4-10-1. And that gonna go a little bit deep. So Jake and Micah holding on, 5-10-1. Micah, wow, with 2 incredible gets there. Gonna earn themselves another point there and close the lead down to 6-10-1. Uh-oh. We've got a couple easy points and already it's 7-10-1. You can't count Micah and Jake out. These guys will battle back. Fortunately, error there, so it's going to be 7-10-2 with Micah serving. Let's see if they can keep this run going. Oh, and that third shot drop into the net, so that's going to be a side out here. We have Ruben serving for the game here. Jake and Micah not quite ready to say no yet. Nice drop there. And that one is just out, so Ruben and Tucker are going to take the first game 11-7. Really good game all around to all 4 players. I think both sides made a fair share amount of unforced errors. Yeah, Ruben and Tucker just able to get the better of all of those exchanges. All right, so we have the players coming back onto the court for game 2. Now on the near side, we have Jake up at the kitchen and Micah at the baseline against Ruben and Tucker. Ruben serving 0-0-2. And a nice speed up from Jake there, and Micah able to finish off of that 1-2 combo. So that's going to be a side out, and the ball back over to Jake and Micah. 0-0-1. Nice drops there from Micah. Nice controlled rally there from Jake and Micah. Able to get up to the kitchen in a controlled manner and force the error out of Tucker there. And so that's 2 errors on Tucker to give 2 points to Jake and Micah now. And we are at 2-0-1 with Micah serving. Oh, Ruben going for that down the line speed up, but that ball is just out. So we are at 3-0-2. 3-0-1, sorry. Oh, sorry, the replay does not work apparently. So it looks like Ruben did manage to get that one back. So we're at second server with Jake serving. Nice hands from Tucker there. Misses it. Oh, Ruben nearly hits a nasty running backwards shot. I don't even know what to call that. But point over to Jake and Micah there, 4-0-2. So that's going to be a side out over to Ruben and Tucker. So Jake and Micah off to a good start like they were in the last game. Let's see if they can keep this going. Tucker taking control of that hand battle and finishing with that backhand. Sorry, that was Ruben, not Tucker. Error there from Ruben. So we're going to be at 1-4-2 with Tucker serving. Wow, that one just kisses the line. And a nice speed up from Ruben there, forcing the error on Jake. So another point over to Ruben and Tucker. All right, so that's a side out. Over to Jake and Micah. We have Micah serving 4-2-1. Tucker all over that one. Sitting on his forehand, waiting for that drive, and that's going to be second server now with Jake serving. And a nice beat up from Tucker there, but I think that ball was out, so point over to Jake and Micah, 5-2-2. Jake gets that, but Ruben finishes with the angle. Incredible get from Jake there, but Ruben able to finish on that one. So that's going to be a side out over to Ruben and Tucker, 2-5-1. That ball sailing a little bit deep. Micah able to get his paddle out of the way, and that's going to be a side out. So the ball back to Jake and Micah. Good defense from Micah there, but unable to get that one over. So that's going to be second server, Micah serving. Good eyes from Tucker there, letting that one go. That one hits the back fence. Ruben and Tucker trying to find their way in, but Jake and Micah not allowing them an easy passage to the kitchen. That's going to be a side out, and we have Jake serving at 5-2-1. A third shot return error there from Ruben. And Jake and Micah are off to a 6-2 lead now. Ruben sitting on that forehand all day. I'd advise Micah not to go down the line to his forehand. So we've got 6-2-2. Micah serving. Really nice spot from Tucker there, right at the feet of Micah. So that's going to be a side out. Back over to Ruben and Tucker now. Nice drop from Tucker. Oh, Tucker looked so ready for that, but just unable to get that dink over. So that's going to be second server now. Tucker serving. That return a little deep from Jake. So 3-point over to Ruben and Tucker. Scores 3-6-2. Jake says not today off of that high reset from Ruben, and forces the side out there. So that's going to be served over to Jake and Micah now. That one is out. Ruben can't believe it. So that's going to be another point over to Jake and Micah. 7-3-1. Yup, and that dropped just a little bit too high from Micah there. And Tucker doing a good job punishing that one. So we're at 7-3-2. Jake serving. Nice drop there from Jake. Oh, and Micah just misses on that one. So that's going to be a side out over to Ruben and Tucker now. Ruben trying to force an error with the drives. Hit a third shot drive and a fifth shot drive there. But unable to get a seventh shot drive to go over the net. Tucker trying to change the pace with the drop there, but unable to get it over. So that's going to be a side out back over to Jake and Micah now. And another serve return error from the side of Ruben and Tucker. So Jake and Micah extending their lead to 8-3. Nice drop there from Jake and forces the error from Ruben. Trying to play that drop aggressively, but that ball just a little bit too low. Micah can't get that drop over, so that's going to be second server. Micah likes to go for the lob serve to try to slow things down. And there's those sneaky lobs that Cole mentioned earlier. And somehow, some way, it works out for them. And we're now in game point 10-3-2 with Micah serving. Let's see if these boys can bring it to a game 3. And nice finish from Ruben there. Good angle, good power. Gonna force the side out and stay alive in this one. Ruben and Tucker going to have to start closing this lead to make Micah and Jake a little bit uncomfortable about their lead. I think if Jake and Micah get the ball back with this lead, they're probably going to end it. And another error there, so the ball back over to Jake and Micah. Let's see if they can close this one out. And that drop, not going to do the job. Jake serving, 10-3-2. And another serve return error. That's going to be game 2 Jake and Micah takes it 11-3 over Ruben and Tucker. So that's going to bring us to a Game 3 deciding match between these two.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself physically every single day. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. There's nothing like them.
All right, folks, we are getting back into the action here. Players are back on the court. We have Jake and Micah now on the far side with Ruben and Tucker on the near side. So we are going to be starting with Micah serving. And here we go. 0-0-2. Beautiful shot from Tucker there. And that's going to force the side out. So we are at 0-0-1. Ruben serving. And that one, unfortunately, goes a little bit deep. So, whoa. Sorry for that. That wasn't supposed to happen. And we're at... It should be 0-0-2. That's going to be a point over to Ruben and Tucker there. So they are now at 1-0-2. Speed up from Jake there. Doesn't pay off. Ruben all over it. And that's going to be another point over to Ruben and Tucker. Nice drop there from Ruben and Tucker. They're in the kitchen. Yup. Micah pops it up a little bit too high, and Ruben and Tucker able to just capitalize on that, earning themselves another point there. Ruben with the third shot, error. So the ball's going to go back over to Jake and Micah. Let's see if they have something to say about that 3-0 lead that Ruben and Tucker created for themselves. Oh, no. Tucker wants that one back. A freebie flying out of bounds. So that's going to be a point awarded to Jake and Micah. 1-3-1. Nice block there from Tucker. And, yep. That reset a little bit too high, and Tucker punishes that one right at Jake. So we are at 1-3-2. Jake serving. Great drop over to Ruben. Ruben unable to get that one back over. You know, if I'm on the side of Jake and Micah, I'd say slow the ball down over to Ruben. Tucker mishandling that ball, and we now have a tie game, 3-3-2. Jake serving. And our error there from Micah, so that's going to be a side out. Back over to Ruben and Tucker. Oh, Micah, Jake wants that one back. So with that, Ruben and Tucker going to take the lead in this one. We're at 4-3-1, and great shot from Micah there. And that ball is not going to make it back over the net. So that's going to be a point awarded over to Ruben and Tucker in this close matchup. Ruben and Tucker in the lead at 5-3-1 with Tucker serving. Here we go. I think this is probably favorable for Jake and Micah. And it looks like that return was out, so it's going to be second server with Ruben now serving. And we're going to have a side out back over to Jake and Micah. Little slip there from Micah, but the guy's all right. And the error there is going to force the side out, so we are back over to Ruben and Tucker. I'm just trying to get confirmation on the score here. Wow, great blocks from Micah there. Ruben tries to go for another drive, but that one going way deep, and that's going to be a side out. Back over to Jake and Micah. Oh, wow, that was a close call. Micah trying to go down the line with that one, but going to get called out, and so it's going to be 4-5-2. Jake serving. Serve return error from Ruben, and that's going to award a free point over to Jake and Micah. We're all tied up at 5-5-2. It's going to be a side out there. Back over to Ruben and Tucker. Nice transition work there from Ruben and Tucker. That's going to earn them a point. And they are going to be the first team to 6. And that's going to force the side switch now. So we now have Jake and Micah on the near side and Ruben and Tucker on the far side. That return from Tucker goes into the net, so that's going to be second serve now, going over to Ruben. A little bit of confusion there from the side of Micah and Jake. Another middle collision, but hey, pays off. They earned the side out, serves back to them. Score is 5-6-1 with Jake serving. Off the tape. Touches Tucker's paddle, unfortunately, so Ruben's hit there does not count, but that's going to be a point over to Jake and Micah. We're all tied up at 6-6-1 now. Great defense from Jake, and an error from the side of Tucker there, and that's going to give Micah and Jake the lead. These guys coming in clutch when it comes down to the big time moments. Micah unable to get that one over, so second server now. Looking to expand their lead here. I think it's critical during this portion of the game, and wow, Micah wins the hand battle against Tucker there. So that's going to be another point over to Jake and Micah, A6-2. Let's see if they can pull away. Short return, he goes for the drive, but leaves it up a little bit too high, and Tucker says, not today. So we've got a side out, Ruben and Tucker now with possession of the ball. Ruben serving. And that drop not going to make it over from Tucker. So we are at 6-8-2. We're going to need Ruben and Tucker to get some points here and close this lead. Oh, and another error there. So Micah and Jake undoubtedly with the momentum of the game right now. Let's see if they can take it with them all the way to the end, or if Ruben and Tucker has something to say about that. Micah, great pickup, but great pickup from Jake, but Micah unable to get it over, so we're going to have a side out over to Ruben and Tucker now. And Tucker punishing those pop-ups from Micah. Gonna earn themselves a point there, closing the gap here. We are now at 7-8-1 with Ruben serving. Tucker not able to get that third shot drop over, so we're at 7-8-2. There we go. Jake with the speed up. Earns himself the side out there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the championship match here. So the winner of this match will take home that platinum ticket along with $200 cash and two $100 off coupons to UFOs. Oh my gosh. Jake wants to take this home. Oh, actually. Okay, here we go. We're at 10-7-1. Serving for the match. Let's see if Jake and Micah can close this one out. Jake ends the game with that volley. Applause all around. Well fought game from the side of Ruben and Tucker. Jake and Micah able to come out on top, and they are going to earn themselves that gold medal along with those platinum tickets to DUPR Nationals. So huge shout out to Jake and Micah. They will be representing us at DUPR Nationals in Texas later this year. Let's give them all our support. All right, folks. So these are our top 3 finishers. In first place, we have Jake Bendixson and Micah Fagerstrom. In second place, Ruben Weber and Tucker Saxon. And in third place, Blake Rabens and Andrew Zalewski. So applaud to all of these players for playing phenomenal today. Jake and Micah with 4 wins. Ruben and Tucker with 3 wins. And Blake and Andrew with also 3 wins, but with a loss in the 3rd round. So hats off all around to all of these players, and thank you all so much for watching the stream.